everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Varun Kaushal and I'm a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. Today I'm going to discuss the question, can couples get separated without a divorce? In India, divorce is still considered a social taboo. Couples often tend to neglect things in a relationship and carry on with the same situation, sometimes due to societal and family pressure. In the 21st century, when same-sex marriage has been declared legal by India, it is important to understand that divorce is a natural process as much as solemnization of marriage is, and there is no big deal when a couple decides to get a legal divorce and lead their own life. But at the same time, it is equally important to know that there are other ways to throw which a couple decides to live separately on mutually agreed terms without actually involving real legalities and lengthy procedures of divorce. The present couples of this generation are well aware of their rights and duties and therefore also know that there are other ways too through which a couple can legally separate. This video will throw light on how a couple can legally separate themselves. Usually legal agreements are drafted for such situations. However, the legal enforceability of these agreements is debatable and therefore talking and knowing about these agreements is necessary. The validity of separation agreements in India. In simple language, a separation agreement does not hold a plausible ground regarding validity as well as enforceability under the Indian legal system of the Indian judiciary. Therefore, the Indian court on various cases has ruled out the option of the separation agreement between a husband and a wife. It might come to a surprise for the listeners, but in India there exists a system of chutti chutta, which is a customary form of mutual divorce, which is mostly same as separation agreements. Talking about the Hindu Marriage Act, through which all the Hindu marriages take place, is silent on the issue of separation agreements in India. The Act neither encourages nor neglects the enforceability of such agreements in the country. Most of the cases in India courts are dealing with the issue of separation agreements are cases where Indian couples have been staying for a considerable time in a foreign land. This is due to as this concept of separation agreements is mostly adopted by the Western world. The Hindu law upon the subject of separation agreements still retains its archaic character, as it states that marriage is this respective law is not merely a conduct but also a sacrament, and the rights and duties of the married parties are determined solely by the law and are incapable of being varied by the agreement. Important clause in a separation agreement. So, introductory clauses. These clauses are the introduction part of an agreement. It includes general clauses such as date of the agreement, name of husband and wife, property description. These all together will form the part of the introductory clause. Information about the parties, which includes their salaries, income and occupations. If there is any family property, details of it have to be mentioned. These clauses generally gathers all the information that is related to everything that the couple owns, either individually or together with, such as house, bank, car, accounts, etc. What is maintenance clause? It is one of the most important clauses in any agreement. Maintenance clause in a separation agreement should be designed carefully. So what are the things to consider in a maintenance clause? It includes questions like who will pay the maintenance. It will be the husband who will pay the maintenance or wife who is financially and equally stable like the husband. The questions will also be related to what would be the maintenance amount depending upon the financial stability of both the husband and the wife. A lot of different questions arises when a maintenance clause is thought of, as it includes various things to be taken care of. When a maintenance clause is drafted, it is important to be very cautious. It has to be noted that the clause should be in such a way that does not oppose any existing law or public policy. This clause will also deal with questions such as time frame for which the maintenance will be paid, conditions when the maintenance of flow will stop, etc. Child custody. One of the biggest reasons a couple never opts for divorce is due to their children. A child in a marriage is a big full stop to people who are seeking for divorce, as a child puts a lot of responsibilities on a single parent. However, when a couple is agreeing through the terms of a separation agreement, it is necessary to discuss the clause of child custody into it. This clause will discuss the issue related to child care and his or her upliftment. This clause will solve the issue of the financial development of the child. Vehicle. Both the parties agree that each will retain the vehicles that are right now in the individual's possession, including but not limited to automobiles, recreational vehicles, and that they will deliver whatever documents are necessary to effectuate and reflect any changes in the record ownership of such vehicles. Now I'm going to tell you about property division. The clause on the division of property in a separation agreement divides the personal property of both the husband and wife that has not already been divided between them. This includes a wide range of things. Properties, both movable and immovable property, such as house, vehicle or retirement benefits, are the best examples of property division. post-retirement benefits. Both the husband and wife agree to waive any rights each may have in the pension of the other. All other various retirement accounts now individually maintained and held will be and remain the separate property of the spouse in whose name the asset is now held. What is full disclosure clause? This clause is normally mentioned in every agreement and is likely an undertaking by both the husband and wife that they have not unintentionally or intentionally hidden any important or material facts on debts or any other asset. Such a clause helps both the parties to not hide anything. Are there any alternatives to a separation agreement in India? After mentioning all the pros and cons of the separation agreement, it becomes important to look for some alternative option too, as a separation agreement might not be a suitable look for some alternative option too. Couple for everyone, and some of them may be willing to go for some other better option. One of the alternatives to a separation agreement is judicial separation. In conclusion, I'd like to say that after watching this video, viewers will be sure that a separation agreement is easy to go solution, but the important thing to note is that it has some repercussions too. The other party involved in the separation agreement might argue that the same was signed under undue influence, coercion, etc. Therefore, before entering into a separation agreement, it is better to watch out for all these points. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, please do ask in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel LEXCLIQ.